All right, 2026 is just around the corner. A lot of you guys will be doing the sort of the annual New Year's resolution thing, attempting to maybe get in better shape, lose some weight, go to the gym, eat better, on and on and on. The same stuff you've done over and over again for how many years? You know, you go to the physician's office and, you know, they'll tell you that, you know, diet and lifestyle just doesn't work because people never stick to it. And that is, you know, the justification for they'll just say, well, that's why we prescribe drugs, because people just can't opt for or you know, sustain a healthy lifestyle. And in many cases, that ends up being true. I'm sure it's happened to you before, and, you know, unlikely this year will be different unless you do something different. One of the things I saw and one of the things I see and continue to see are these physicians stating that, you know, the reason we are prescribing drugs is because my patients never, you know, when I tell them to lose weight, they never lose weight. When I tell them to eat better, they never eat better. The funny thing is that when, you know, for instance, when I was a surgeon and I told somebody they need, you know, I think they need a knee replacement, well, I would basically do everything for them, right? I would do the surgery. I would provide, you know, I would get them through all the steps to reach that outcome. But now as a physician, if I tell somebody they need to improve their diet or their lifestyle, I don't do any of that. It would be similar to me saying, hey, you need a knee replacement, but go figure it out yourself. You know, how many people will get that done successfully? So as physicians, we have to do a better job of facilitating these lifestyle changes. It's not to say, hey, tell somebody you need to lose weight. They already know that. You didn't provide any value. But when you are able to actually provide accountability, actually provide feedback, actually provide, you know, constant supervision and support, actually, you know, making adjustments on the fly as they go, people tend to have more success. This is a model that we've used at Rivero, and it has, you know, resulted in a whole bunch of people getting a whole bunch healthy at a much more high rate than they would have if they had tried to do it on their own. And this is what we need to go forward in healthcare in general. And this is something that, you know, we have to change our paradigm. You know, it'd be nice if we were incentivized to do that as physicians, but we're not. I mean, currently we're incentivized by hospital systems, by pharmaceutical, you know, industry basically, to provide them with rapid access to drugs, to move around some biomarkers to make us feel better. And I don't know if it makes them feel better. Maybe they feel a little bit better. Maybe they get a psychological benefit because their numbers look better. But do they actually feel better? Are they actually getting results? The other thing is, you know, maybe we'll stick them on a weight loss drug. And I will tell you that certainly there are going to be some people that are going to have success in that. Problem with that is that a large percentage of those people will not have success with that. And what do I mean by that? The majority of the people will not be able to continue with the medication for whatever reason. And then when they come off the medication, they will not develop the lifestyle habits that are essential for maintaining weight loss. You know, right now, the drug companies are promising to lower the prices, you know, so they get on the Medicare, dispensary. And, you know, they're making that sort of short-term promise. No, there's no regulatory requirements. They do so. It's all purely voluntary. So guess what? New administration comes into town. What do you think happened to the price of those drugs? Maybe they'll go right back up. Who knows? I mean, but regardless, even if you decide to utilize one of those drugs, you know, one of these GLP drugs, one of these, you know, or, you know, not have got hormone drugs, GLP, GIP, glucagon agonists. And so even if you're going to use one of those things, you're still going to need to make those changes. You're still going to need to adopt the mindset and the lifestyle and the habits that come with that. If you can do it on your own, great. If you need help, we're here to help you guys. This is what Rivero is designed for, and we do it very successfully. And we have patients that are just kicking butt, and I'm super excited to be part of that. I mean, we've got physicians licensed in all 50 states. I personally get to meet with basically all the patients as long as I want to. I make myself available a couple times a week via video conferencing, and so we always have lots of patients in there discussing, you know, things that it takes to get healthy. That is something that I am, again, super passionate about, super excited to see how the future goes. As a physician, I'm excited to see people that are no longer sick, because that's the whole point of a physician, you know, get people healthy. But I like to see people go beyond that. You know, that is what I try to inspire. You guys see me out there doing, you know, crazy exercise stuff and pushing myself at, nearly 60 years of age. Those things are designed hopefully to inspire you guys to reach that next level. When we think about what do we want to have as we get older, as we have our life, we want to have that capacity. Money and things are nice and all that stuff, but having the health to be able to enjoy that with your family, there's a multi-generational health approach. In my next book, we're talking about that's coming out. So check out Rivera.com. If you know somebody you think could benefit from that might be a good Christmas gift for them. Anyway, look forward to seeing you guys in 2026. Take care.